Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Frogcast. This one about the CCE game, in which I'm playing Muscovy, soon to be Russia, hopefully. As usual, we're starting in the Far East with the Japanese player, who's Yasuji. Um, now, start things off. Congratulations, Carlo guy. You you got colonialism, despite the fact all you can see is the tip of Alaska. I don't even know if you can reach it. But you should probably focus on that instead of colonizing my land. Just a pro tip there for gamers out there. Yeah, this country is as standard for Japan, pretty low income. The start, not too good build up. Only a couple of these guys could do with a couple more temples, and of course there's no manufactories. No one's got manufactories at this point. Um, I'm gonna have a look at the naval situation of this country because I know Carlo Guy is a naval player. Yeah. And from looking at this, he's missing one very vital thing for a navy, which is a flagship. Mm, yeah, that just makes your navy so much stronger. It costs a lot for sure, but it's absolutely worth it. Mm. So my tips for you is consolidate your region, colonize a little bit maybe, and try not to die to Orsai, who has major interest in your land since it flows into his node. But yeah. It's slightly behind on ideas, however that's because he just doesn't want to finish Explo, because it's just a waste of points, I guess. He's got his morale, he hasn't got his discipline yet, so he'll be needing that in his next idea. Um, and for general tips, go quantity next. Drop exploration, I'm not sure why you've got it, it's really bad for Japan. But like, you need to go for your independent daimyo, you need to go hard into China, you know. These guys have all been going quantity eco, quality eco, you know. And these are the people you've got to be uh, at risk of fighting. But yeah, it's a decent Japan, and it's come for the correct reforms for the most part. Could do with taking that admin boy, but I guess I understand why not. You need those debt points for sure. Yeah. Just embrace your institution. I'd 100% just take the loans for it right now. Bada bing, bada boom. You've now got more points and you're closer to getting the next idea group. You know, Tech 10 is exceptionally important for every single country in the world. You've got to spend a massive amount of mana at that point. Now that is enough for Japan onto Chinese countries. Starting with Orsai, who has expanded very heavily into his surrounding nodes. But this one is, I believe, played by Dion, and he's doing quite a good job so far, I'd say. He's got a 56 income, which is it's alright, you know. He's decently built up on workshops, and that is definitely a temple you need to build. So are those ones, and those are ones you're never gonna delete because it's flatlands and it's already 20 dev. You know, like you've got the point, you got the spare slots for it here. But yeah. However, this country is slightly behind on ideas. You know, you get quantity for the dev cost, and you don't fill out eco, so you don't even get the dev cost. I think what a lot of countries make the mistake of doing is once they get Tech 7, they stay on mill focus. Hmm. Although this one is staying on admin actually, so that's good. But what a lot of countries do is they stay on mill focus whilst they fill eco, which means they fill out eco slow, which means they have to dev more without eco, which is 20% dev cost, so they're losing that one, which is really not good. My tips for you would be murder Yasuji or murder QI and form PRC. PRC has got some insane bonuses. Need to be admin 15 for it though, so it's a while away, and people can and will try and stop you before then. But yeah, you've expanded a lot too much for the amount of points you've been generating, despite the fact you've had a really good king. Like, you haven't even got full eco yet. Been using your estates, that's good, although that's free money, dude. Yeah, alright country overall, just needs to build these bad boys. maybe a couple of these, although you've got all the good ones already. So yeah, and it's good to see a country building manufactories early, right? You never see that normally. Um, okay. This country is a mess to say the least. It's got an absolutely fantastic ruler, and yet he's disgustingly behind in tech and ideas. Nowhere near getting the institution, and he needs those ideas in eco, especially that dev cost combined with 10% from quantity. It's just it unlocks more stuff in your ideas, you know. So I'm not sure where your points are going. Like you're smaller than Orsai, but you've expanded to much shittier land. Like you killed Khmer so that your vassal could make 0.10 ducats a month. You know, like that's not really worthwhile. Hmm. What does this vassal even provide you? It gives you 2.2 force limit and 0.35 ducats every month. Even if you end up integrating this stuff, it's so shit. You know, like there's like a single good province in all of Vietnam, and it's this farmlands province, the trade center on it that you can slam up, and dev to 30. But other than that, this whole land, this whole region is just awful. Like not worth expanding into. You should have killed Orsai whilst he was weaker and you were stronger. But yeah, I'm not gonna look at Khmer because I'm pretty sure they're dead. But I'm sure someone will disagree with me or whatever. But yeah. Next is Malacca, who's I'm pretty sure is still a player. They've got defensive expansion. They're allied with Bermanis, so most certainly a player. So I'm not sure why Bermanis would ally some AI. But yeah, this country is pretty shit. It's only got 26 income. It's got loans. It's behind on ideas. It's not using its estates properly. It's got no. It's so behind in tech. It's disgusting. Like it's only got a single idea in expansion. It's hardly expanded at all. Wherever your admin point's gone. Like you've even got a decent ruler for expanding and filling out ideas and shit. I'm gonna have to have a look at the Skanderbeg to see if he's been like overly deving or something. Because that is an issue I see lots of noobish players do. They will dev a metric fuck ton like um yeah, number 5 up there as usual with all the deving. Um hmm. Yeah, he spent tiny bit deving. Not much though. Not much stabbing up there. I'm really not sure where these players' points go. Like this is most certainly it. It's advisors. That is an issue lots of players have. They just don't hire advisors, which is a giant shame because advisors give you so much more mana than just not having them. Like having a level 4 half price advisor would cost like 7 ducats a month, maybe 8 with inflation or whatever. But it would get you so much money. It will get you so much monarch points that it is worth it. Especially when you're this far behind. Like, if your ideas is not okay in 15-12, and onto the contestant, Majafahit, Alita Kuhai and Yusuji. The looming civil war. Um, no admin, 2 ideas in defensive, 1 ideas in expansion. Um, Same tech, even further behind in Miltech though, which is so surprising though. Like, I just don't get it. Mm. Like, is it on? Have you been harsh treatmenting? I really don't understand how it can be so low. And you got no manpower despite the fact you've hardly expanded beyond your island just into this, which is not much at all. But yeah, these Indonesian countries are just gonna die to Portugal. They've got no navy to save them. 0 heavies, 11 heavies actually. Wow, this country might survive. but only if he builds a flagship. Mm, Yeah, it's just you need the flagship, my boy, and don't have the transports in the same as the heavy sec, or they'll take extra damage when you're fighting with them. Onto Nepal. It's run by number 5. He's lost a province to AI Orissa. He's stacking most of his army in a single province, taking attrition. He's behind in ideas. He's behind in tech. He's not been using his mana estates. It's number 5, man. What more can I say? Hmm. Also, he went bankrupt at some point, and I'm entirely unsure how. Like, he's not fought a single player war. He's hardly done anything of value the entire game. Bengal is worth literally nothing. I'm pretty sure this is worse than the starting Bengal value. But whatever, man. I'm just not sure where all your points go. Hmm. Yeah, it's just a disappointing country overall, but that's all that really happens when number 5 plays. But Manus, the polar opposite of Nepal, it's got full quantity, but nothing in eco. Absolutely nothing, which is majorly disappointing. But like no one in Asia appears to have like anything in eco aside from Orsai. So like I'm not sure where your points are going, but you need to slow down on the expanding. Use vassals more. Hmm. Like I'm gonna have a look here. See coring. It's Orsai number 1, then Yusugi, then Bamanis. I'm entirely unsure how Orsai has caught so much, and yet he is ahead of you in eco ideas. Hmm. Filling out eco should be priority over Tech 8, over Tech 9. Just yeah, just stop inting your points, my man. Yeah, you've got a solid economy with Coromandel and Deccan all yours. Your only goal should be AFK until you form Deccan. There's a little trick you can do that I like telling people for deving in India, since deving in India is so agony. You get the Vaishyas nice and loyal, yeah, by spamming them a bunch of land. It doesn't matter that they're gonna go into the disaster. That's fine. That's fine. We want that. Okay. And now they're loyal on every single province that is owned by the Vaishyas. You have a 20% local dev cost. And so now wash him, more like post him. Yeah, it only costs 27 to dev now with a tropical, and it's pretty not so early on you. Just dev away here, and then when you're bored of that, you simply go here and press that. It revokes every single one of your estates, and means you can simply put them down again when you convert back to Shia, not Shia, Hindu. It makes deving in India so much easier because you don't have to constantly revoke and worry about their loyalty or disaster or whatever. But yeah, that's literally all you need to do for deving, my dude. Yeah, this is probably the strongest country in India. We just need ideas. You know, everyone needs ideas. Uh, yeah, Moa. It's another quality eco. Despite the fact he's got a really good ruler. Disinherit that man. It's monthly 73. You can't get PU. But yeah, I'm not sure how so many people just don't have eco, which doesn't make sense, you know. I'm guessing you're saving up for Tech 11, which is pretty smart actually. Because Tech 11 you get a lot of although that's quite far away, you get cloth manufacturers and India has got a lot of cloth in it. Hmm. But yeah, what you need to do something, and you need to kill someone else in India. Probably I'd say Delhi if you can get away with it, but it's Patrick, so who knows, honestly. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Azavi playing it, but yeah. You've done a decent job so far surviving. Keep it up, my dude. Just don't. I see this all the time. The capital fort mothballed, and I've punished it a lot as well. So, but yeah, just don't mothball that fort, and you're all gushy. Yeah. Also, fix your edicts, please. It's a waste of money. Mm. Speaking of money, you need more of it. You need to use your estates, and everyone needs the institution as usual. But yeah, Delhi. This is run by, as I said, Patrick, who's gone quality into economic. He's got the highest manpower of the Indians, who doesn't have quantity. So yeah, he's a fairly strong country. He's doing the smart thing by not coring everything, but I think it was a not smart idea to core this and this. Um, but yeah, like you still have not got full eco. You shouldn't be coring stuff at all, aside from normal cores, half cores, until you've got full eco. That's just how you play, man. But yeah, this country's got an alright income, given it's such a certain. Need to build these bad boys up. Need to build these bad boys up. And no manufactories that are worth building currently. You got one loan, and you're actually paying for advisors. Although that is distressing to see. Hmm. Have you had the event? Commandant boost. No, you haven't. So you're trying to get commandant boost. You're probably gonna end bananas. Hmm. Or you're gonna in Timorance, but Timorance is literally already dead. You don't need 10% discipline mission for that event even. But yeah, this country's done a pretty decent job staying alive, given it had a really weak start and had Delhi ideas by accident and then formed Nepal. No, had its Nepal save edited back into them. But yeah, my only gripe as usual is have eco ideas and be up to date on admin tech. This is gonna be the major complaint for every country that I see. So like conquer this land if number 5 isn't gonna. It's free land, yeah. On to Timorous. Timorous is basically dead. He's lost major wars to QQ, who can now form Persia, I'm pretty sure. Makes barely anything from trade. He's used his missions aside from the prepare for war one, which gives him 5 morale and access to some decent missions. But he's used the shock damage one. He's used the Indian raid one. Can't use the other ones without killing Delhi, which is probably not going to happen. He's going to get ganked from every side if he tries. He's got a pretty small force limit, and as said, somehow lost towards QQ. Sometimes this sort of thing happens, but yeah, it's a shame to see it though. The only advice I'd offer is move your main city to Samarkand, um, and like collect in Persia. Hmm. But yeah, because you've got 21% of Persia, you make nothing there. While Samarkand, you're steering 5.6 into there. Hmm. Yeah, Timurids is basically dead. However, they've got nearly full eco ideas, so good on you, bruv. You're doing better than the Indians in terms of filling out ideas, at least. Hmm. It's 3 points. Yeah, and you're not deving at this point. You need to be filling in quality or quantity. Yeah, QQ, the winner of the Persia Brawl, and This is because Timurids didn't just go in on them day one. They've got nearly full eco and quality, which is really good to see. The further west we go, the more ideas and quality I see. It's got fairly decent income. So tends to be behind them workshops and up to date on temples that are worth building. As usual, is saving up for the cloth manufacturers, I'm guessing. But you need a mill advisor, my dude, even though you've got 6 in there. Yeah. There's an idea needing to be filled there. Yeah, this is still got slacking in you, so the next war against Germans is going to be even easier. And you're converting to Orthodox. I love it when people convert to Orthodox. But yeah, on to the freest of free games, Mamluks. Yeah, begged everyone for money at the start of the session, and now he's got the biggest treasury in all of Europe. Now he's not building stuff, which is always a peeper weird moment. Like, these are all good. Yeah, but building up these grain manufactories is a fantastic idea as Mamluks. And you built up on workshops. Yeah, you're not built up on temples though. And as usual, you're inting away with not even promoting Turkish. Mm. You need to do is destate this, destate this, destate this, destate that. Mm. Yeah, just kill those guys, doesn't matter. Yeah. Just do that. And now you're only 1% away. You just dab it somewhere. Mm. Like, oh, this one would be a good state to in. You just encourage dev here. Press this button a couple times, and Turkish is now pretty much 50% negative. And all that for some points. But yeah, saving up money for rum is probably a smart idea though, because rum's got creation costs in them. However, you're gonna need to fight QQ for Erasm, or we're gonna have to loan it for it to you. But I'm not sure what you want to do here. You're inting away a lot of your Aleppo money because you've only got 60% here, but you've got 80% here. You just collect trade there, and you're making all of the money there. It's sort of like France and Bordeaux. You know, Aleppo is Mamluk's Bordeaux. But yeah, if you've not got money, you're building these. Only if you've got money but you're not building shit, you should be building these. But yeah, this is what a Mamluks with a free game gets you. 3k in the bank at the end of session 2. It's disgusting. People should coalition Malcolm. Also, you need forts here and here at the bare minimum, and you definitely need one here, here, and you need to not mothball the one on QQ's border who doesn't have a truce with you and has rivaled you. You could just declare on you and occupy these. Yeah. Also, convert to Shia, my man. You got Shia shit here. Shia is just the best religion in the area, especially if you want to keep the Ottoman government. But yeah, this is just standard Malcolm country. Not spending money, inting away, having a free game. You know, standard stuff, yeah. And speaking of people inting away, let's have a look at Hungary, who hasn't even stated this gold mine. No, that's your income increased by 7 at the cost of, what was this? 85 admin, and your income pretty much increased by 30%. But yeah, it's just absurd what's been done here. Like, Albania has that, and you're not even making Albania steer trade to you. Like, it costs you nothing to do that, but it makes you money. Yeah. Like, why not do it, yeah? But yeah, this country entered Poland. It's got a bunch of debt. Decided not to go bankrupt from that, even though he could easily just bankruptcy build off of it. and then be much stronger at the end of it. Like you'd have these built up, you'd have that built up, and have these guys built up. Force them will be up massively. Also, you haven't devved. You haven't devved Wallachia. You haven't devved Transnubia. Oh man, like countries need to learn to dev early game. And need to learn to fill out eco as well. It's just a big old shame, say the very least. Yeah. Next country I'm gonna look at is my own country, which is obviously the best country in the world. Muscovy. Yeah. I've got good income given I'm still Muscovy and haven't formed Russia yet. And so I don't have any fucking states. I got a shit ton of vassals as usual, because I've been saving admin to fill out eco ideas. No, despite being the literally number 2 great power and expanding an absolute metric fuck ton, I still managed to fill out eco before everyone else did. I'm finally getting Vipuria? I don't know what it's called in English, but whatever. But yeah, I've got massive stacks of merc despite pretty much being a piece because I'm bankruptcy building. Yay. Um, Thank you bankruptcy building for increasing my force limit by like 30 or 40. So yeah, if we'd have waited literally like one more month, then I could have popped this, devved all of that away, and like all this good land that I still haven't like actually properly done it. And then my manpower would be like 100k at least at this point. But yeah, so I had a really rough war with Poland, which ended with me winning, of course, because I'm the greatest in the world. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about Poland actually a wee bit, because this is what happens when you go quantity first. He had all the manpower in the world, and yet he had all the manpower in the world, and yet he could not afford it since he was Poland. Notice by having no Prussia player, no Lithuania, he still manages to interweigh his victories. Eh? What the fuck is Malcolm is gonna? Oh, I didn't even realize Malcolm had taken Crimea. That's so rude of him. God damn. I'm probably gonna attack him over that actually. But yeah, Poland's a sad tale. He went quantity first, wanted to dev, and he's shown off his deving skills. Where is this? Here it is. But he showed me this, which is where he played Poland and actually got to do his deving that I didn't want him to do, and he's got a max manpower of 276,000 in 1524, which is pretty absurd. He's also got a fairly decent income, 88. But yeah, which is why I attacked him when I did before he had a chance to dev. Well, he still did dev a lot, and he was deving for very cheap as well. Even now, it's only 47, despite the fact he's got 11 corruption, no prosperity, nothing. But yeah, so this is a cautionary tale. Don't go quantity first unless you're France or unless you're very safe. Because most of the time you're not safe. You're in grave danger 24/7, 47 days a week. But yeah, on to Brandenburg. Brandenburg participated in the Gankening of Poland, and with his fucking Jesus Christ fantastic generals, and is getting some land out of this. Not sure what peace deal he intends to take, but I hope he takes one that stops people from forming Prussia. He just needs Poznan and Kalisk pretty much to do that. No, stop people from forming Poland, because I know Austria and probably Hungary want to form it as well. But you need to stop people forming that shit, yeah. something I found funny is Sweden got all of Danzig when he attacked Poland. I'm pretty sure that that could be classed as nation ruining because he just surrendered with Sweden literally not fighting him once and giving him all of Danzig to deny it from Brandenburg because it was going to break away to rebels. But I'll leave that for the mods to decide. But yeah, Brandenburg's beautiful, full eco. I love it when I see it. And he can then take Tech 10. What he wants to do is he wants to take Tech 10 and wants to start filling in quantity before he even takes Miltech 10. You do not need Miltech 10. Like, look at what it gives you. Gives you new cannons and new cavalry. However, the cannons have one more defensive fire than what you currently have, and that's it. Whilst the cavalry is, of course, mostly useless, aside from Poland, which is pretty funny because Malcolm was yelling at Chris for not using Cav on Cav techs, despite the fact I attacked on Tech 9, which was an inf tech. But yeah, man. Also, he's Emperor PogChamp, yeah, which means he's got massive manpower, despite hardly daring. He's a fairly small boy though. He probably wants to attack Bavaria, or at least nom up the rest of the Lubeck node and not let anyone else have it. But yeah, this is it's a nice country and it's decent for Brandenburg early on, but we won't see his true potential until much later on, of course. But yeah, it's he's still got his high income mission. That's good. That's good. But yeah, on to the next country, Cookie, the evil ganker, the evil, monstrous, evil ganker who murdered poor Venice. Now look at this. No, how can one not weep looking at where Venice once was? This was his first MP, and you ganked him 4v2. How could you do that, Cookie? No, I don't know the Diplo in Europe. I haven't been doing a single ounce of Diplo the entire game. But I do know that Cookie is evil. And should probably be entered by Hungary. That'd be funny. And Brandenburg. Brandenburg gets gold mine here. Hungary gets gold mine here. No, Switzerland gets gold mine here. Hungary gets blah blah blah. And Venice trade node, yeah. Just gank Austria, kill him. No, he's got full eco though, which is more than you've got, you little silly Hungarian. But same as what Brandenburg's got. A little cute. But yeah, Austria's been managed by Cookie, and aside from all the jokes aside, it's a fairly strong nation. He's completely built up on workshops pretty much, and he's still got a couple of temples he needs to build. Yeah, just got the Thorny, but I would not mothball that ever. Like, just like I would never mothball one on Tyrol. The pretty sure he's fucked up the opening here, because yeah, he's still got the nobles there, but he hasn't got the nobles there. As Tyrol, as Austria, you need to revoke everyone and kill them all day on. Yeah. I'm not sure why you've devved that. He's also Orthodox, which is Pog Pog. Yeah. And but yeah, this is a decent country. But he's an evil ganker, so don't trust him. Naughty. On to Bavaria. Bavaria is a newbie player. It's his first ever game, I think. Which explains why he went offensive inno, but he still filled out an entire admin group. Ooh, fucking hell. Before all of these experienced Asians have. Like Delhi, Patrick. Patrick's been playing here for years, but Manus is skunk, he's a decent player. Orsai is fucking Dion, he's been playing ages. Kuhai is Mr. Speaky, he's been playing for fucking ages, and they've not got filled out their admin idea. But you, my friend, you have. I'm proud of you. No, despite the questionable choice of what ideas and your expansion routes are, you know, I'm still proud of you. No, if I were you, I'd gank Austria with Hungary and Brandenburg. Okay, secure yourself, Tyrol. and get yourself some orthodoxy, my boy. Uh, but yeah, I really like seeing new players play the game and how they make their choices. Now, pretty sure he went offensive for the forced limit discipline, not looking at policies. Although innovative after that for his policies is not such a it's such a strange thing to do. But like when I first started playing this game, I had no idea what a policy was. Um, I just looked at ideas for what they were. I was like, oh fuck it, I can't be bothered to learn that much. But yeah, sometimes this does happen. But yeah, this is for a first time country, it's fairly large, and he's managed to not die to a coalition, which is better than some players who I won't mention myself. But yeah, on to the other HRE player. It's Switzerland. He's expanding into Italy. He's a noob. Kill him. Hmm. Hmm. He's got quality economics, got full eco, and because he's Switzerland and is a republic and has a dev cost in his ideas, he can afford to dev early. Yeah. Like 1512, you want to have an absolute shit ton dev'd as say France or Switzerland or Poland because you can. You have good land for it and you've got the ideas for it. Other countries, not so much. You don't have the ideas for it, you don't have the land for it, you have to expand more, you have to spend more admin, you can't fill out eco as soon. But yeah, um, Jake's done pretty decently this game so far. He hasn't inted. Personally, I'd have gone quantity first. That's because I'm a greedy boy. But yeah, so I'm entirely unsure why he's going into Venice. Like, it gives him, sure, it gives him like 3 ducats, but trade does not help him at all here. And it's shit land for manpower because it's already high admin dev, and you don't want high admin dev anyways. This is not something you like to see. He's dev'd colonialism in Vadit and is thus spreading it around to all his allies and shit. But yeah, that's a gigantic waste of points. If you'd have simply dev'd it more efficiently over here, 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 and here, yeah, you'd be a hell of a lot stronger than you are now. Um, I heard him complaining about coalitions the entire time. You can take that on, that's nothing, man. Come on, don't be a pussy. Be a man. Yeah. But yeah, that's almost it for the HRE guys. For the last person in the HRE. Svenska, who's my ally, came in. He's expanded into Lubeck Note. He is a member of the HRE. And he managed to help get a call for rights reform for the dev cost put in place. He's gone Protestant, so I'm thinking he might be forming Prussia. However, in terms of actual like culture conversions, he's done nothing of the sort. Doesn't own any Prussian provinces himself. The only thing that would indicate he's Prussia is religion, because I did give him Orthodoxy, so he can convert to Orthodox at pretty much any point he wants, if he wants to, of course. But yeah, and now then, let's have a look. Has he had the event? He has not. Choose the right option when it appears, man. 50% mercs is way, way better than 5 morale and 10 inf cost, you know. That 35 turns into fucking like 60. Only gripe is you've got a lot of money in the bank, but you're decently built up. So probably want to build these guys even though they don't give you much. They increase your trade value. Or you want to build these guys and int someone like me. Like ideally, your ideal player would be kill me from Russia so I don't instead, whilst I go bankrupt. But that's devious. Yeah, this is a decently strong Sweden. Because they've had aside from the early game where Lithuania was allied to Denmark for the entire game for 15 years, and I didn't want to fight Lithuania the early on because I just wanted to AFK and dev. But yeah, this is I think what he's trying to do is break the rebels at the moment, but he's not really doing a good job at it. You want to move your armies to like Stockholm or just sit in my land for a bit, I guess. Whilst you let all the particulars and shit rise up, because you can't fight these, you know. You haven't got the manpower for it. You won't have the money for it. But aside from Daki War, this country is fairly strong here. Probably could kill me if he trust me whilst I was bankrupt. But I'm glad he hasn't. Pepe hands. Now on to everyone's favourite boogeyman of the day. Come on, Dante, do something. Just, what can I say except bruh? Bruh. Yeah, like I've nearly got better income than him as Muscovy is bankrupting against Poland. And you're just sat there with a free fucking game, free Burgundy, free English channel. The only downfall was your own comeuppance, you know, where you took too much land and you got a gigantic coalition. Like you've got 80 aggressive expansion with the entire Hedgery, and you took that fighting England when you could have simply taken Cornwall or a single province in York, and it would still have the same effect. You've killed England, you've got land in the Isles. England is dead. That is the goal, yes? We all agree with that, yes? Good. You can achieve that a lot easier. Also, you went quality instead of quantity just by having a free as fuck game, which means you're going to be behind in deving. Like, you've seen Distinct France at this point, he had 300k manpower, literally triple what you have. And you've even popped your golden arrow as well, so I'm not sure where your points are going. It's almost certainly not into deving, aside from like tiny bits of Brittany. But like, yeah, this is just, you need more income for this point. Like, France the golden arrows this early on should have at least like 110 income at this point. Like, I've done test runs on myself where I've not even expanded into Burgundy, and I've had more income than this. You know, you've got into Italy, you've gone into Burgundy, you've gone into the Isles. And what you're doing with your merchants is pretty weird, you know. You're collecting 4.83 ducats here when you could be collecting 6 or 7 ducats here, probably more once you build it up a bunch. Because do you know you're never gonna have trade power there unless you kill Aragon and you kill Florence, which you might just do. You're greedy enough to go for 2 endgame nodes at once. I know you are, Commandante, don't lie to me, don't pretend you're not. You're terribly built up with not a single manufactory. Despite early on manufactories being really good for France. No, you're pretty decently built up on workshops, could do some more, of course. Same with temples. And you're needlessly taking a bunch of loans to fight coalition. To take land that is uncontested. No one else is going to fight you for this land. You don't need it. You're not in a rush to get it. Just turn off your army, sit AFK for a bit, and boom, you've got 100 income, and you're the strongest nation in the game. However, instead you're just me int, and you int. It's a real shame to see. Countries I still need to check out is Mombasa, Ethiopia, Songhai, and the Iberians. I'm gonna start off with Ethiopia. They're small, they're out of manpower. It's gone defensive into economic, it's a shitty nation. Makes nothing from trade. Makes nothing from anything. Mamluks could kill you in a moment. Probably will, knowing Malcolm. But yeah, this country is not a good country, but I'm pretty sure you're a newbie player, so I'm not going to judge you too much. That's 3 dip points, my dude. Yes, you Tech 8 with nowhere near the points to get Tech 9, which is a very, very crucial one. But yeah, Ethiopia is probably dead if Mombasa just unallies him. And speaking of Mombasa, let's move on to them. They've got exploration expansion. No, you really hate to do it, don't you? It's a country that looks strong on paper, it's got a lot of land, it's expanded decently. And then they've got an exploration expansion and are behind on ideas, behind in tech. Haven't been using their estates. You really do hate to see it. My advice for you, my boy, slap the emirs. Here, 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 and boom, you got yourself more points. Also, hire better advisors. You've got the economy to do so. You know, you've got 26 income, and you've got gold mines with high autonomy. Yeah, like um, you want to reduce autonomy there, you get more money from it. You want to reduce autonomy. You don't want burgers there. You want to reduce autonomy. It makes you more money. See, you know, burgers on gold mines is a trap that lots of people fall for because they think, oh yeah, it gives me Let's see what it says. It says it removes local autonomy for local production efficiency. However, it's not production efficiency that affects the gold income. It's goods produced. So you just increase the floor for the autonomy on the goods produced, therefore decreasing the amount of money you get. Like it's a level of you hate to see it when you see it, because you know you really do hate to see it. Yeah, Songhai. Um, they've got a bit more manpower than their other African brothers. But Jesus Christ, he's behind in ideas. Ah, so agonizing, man. Like, the Iberians could. The Iberians could just kill you in a moment. Yeah, anyone could. Like, you really, really need ideas. That's something people just underestimate, is the sheer value of ideas. And you don't have a single one. No, you're hiding 10 morale behind there. You're hiding 5 discipline. Hiding everything. Because you're just not you just don't have ideas. I'm pretty sure this is player played because it's allied to Mombasa. I think I remember seeing it on the player list, but I'm not sure. Also, they've expanded decently. But yeah, it's just a shame to see. Like all the Africans have hiding ideas, they will just die to Castile and Portugal. Like it's not even a question of if, it's a question of when. Because Castile is boxing with France, that means he's perfectly safe for the entire game. Just in the New World, in everything. And you're going to be on the int list, my boy, for the simple matter of your gold mines. Yeah, my tip is get more admin. You know, don't hire just level 1, hire level 2, hire level 3. You still got income for it. You still got balance for it. Don't ally AI. There's no point unless you can vassalize it, which you can't. It's too big. Yeah, like Jolof maybe. No, not really. Maybe if you get a bit closer, they will. And then you got Reconquest on Mali. And you need to eat into Messina to cut off the gold mine from Portugal and Castile. Because it's going to be really easy for Castile and Portugal to just take that one from you. Then they're in your land, and you've got 2 forts, and it's not even -1 fort. It's just savannas and steppes. You need the sea to protect you. from the colonizers. And speaking of colonizers, still, they're boxing with France. They've helped murder England. They've got an impressive navy. But once again, given it's a naval country, pretty much, doesn't have his flagship. Which is always a shame to see, you know. It's a country that has literally killed another naval country. But he just is not um, fully utilising it. Also, he's got Mercs hired, whilst he's got 30k manpower in the bank. He's got quality into economic, he hasn't filled economic yet. France, you could probably murder Castile with, sorry, I'm a bit tired, with relative ease. Doesn't have the proper fort line, you need one there, you need one there, you need a fort there, you need a fort there, you need a fort there. Now this is good to see you've saved your mission. That could be your saving grace if France decides he needs to murder you, which he might just. It's Commandante. He's unpredictable, he's a psychopath. He'll kill your family in his sleep for fun. But yeah, aside from the whole hogboxing with France, this nation is fairly decently strong. You know, given it to Castile, and Castile has a really fucking tough start with shit land, aside from single gold mine. Your land's fucking awful. It's hard to dev. So even if you get everything you need, it's still hard to dev. And start off with worse ideas in France, because France has got 20 morale, you're 15, but you've got goddamn missions. However, Commandante has been AFK daring, so you're in trouble. Because you've not been AFK and you've not been deving. But at least you still got your 15 morale mission, which could save your life. On to the last colonizer, Portugal. It's not great power. In fact, this is probably a really weak Portugal. Only 33 income, make literally fucking nothing from trade. Still has got better. Oh god. Still's got better trade efficiency than you. You're privateering Genoa for some reason. I'm not sure why, this doesn't give you anything. This country is really weak. Privateering Genoa for no reason. They've deleted all their forts on the mainland, which is fair enough. Relative Castile, they don't need forts, blah blah blah. They've got the gold mine into Filial. Which is strange, you never see Portugal take that normally. They're starting to get this up. What you need, my boy, is Mexico. Keep your eye on the prize. Prize is Mexico, the prize is forming Ireland, the prize is forming Japan. So many options for you. And yet you've gone with the exploration, expansion, cuckery move that leaves you as a slave bitch for the entire game. Yeah, pretty sure, unless I'm forgetting something fairly major, that's everyone. But yeah, good session, lads.